This episode of Monologue is brought to you by Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/rogue right now. Spell it right, ROGUE. Get 15% off. I sleep with them. That's right, that's not weird. I'm not weird. Your face is weird. Your mom is weird.
Ryan, are you gonna make it?
I'm calling it.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, is this the episode where we finally defeat the Schwood?
Yep.
Did that happen?
We did it.
It's happened out?
Taking a break.
Are we gonna hear you heave in the woods?
Taking a break. Rex Williams of the Whiskey Tribe, meet Alex Berzowski.
Berzowski.
Did I say it right? I said it right.
You did.
And everything.
That's a good name.
It's getting late in the evening. Look, we've talked about cigars, and of course, you're the master of mooching.
Okay.
I saw the defense walls. Come on. We want to see how to pair the power of cigars with the right amount of booze. Where do you want to begin?
I would love to begin with something fun. Let's start with some beer.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
that sound good?
We got a pile down here. What beer are we thinking?
What cigar are we thinking?
Let's look at what we got. I think I've got something really good for you. Rex, keep that with that black cylinder that's right there. You go.
That
This
looks
is
intimidating.
El Mysterious Tiger. It's a micro brand that we produced with our friends at Tabacalera La Isla. Got that right? This is a passion project that I developed with Hostos. I wanted to...
It's going to be a loose episode, people.
Hold on. Please let me get it because you look a lot more ripped than me. But if I can pull that off, I will feel like such a man.
I need a breather. Anybody got some Gatorade?
Yeah.
So, a smoker of cigars runs out of air.
Gets a little winded.
apparently.
Gets a little winded.
No, that's fine. That's
Too
fine.
many cigars today. The cool thing about this cigar, the name, it's called El Mysterious Tiger. I mean, come on, it's a psychedelic design of a tiger, different really cool bright colors.
Yeah.
What I really emphasized was to create a very dynamic blend. By dynamic, I wanted to create something that had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of complexity that yielded a lot of...
Tragedy, success, failure, robots,
Yes, absolutely.
an eclipse.
climax.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's part of the plot.
I want the climax one.
You're definitely getting the climax here. And this cigar has a dual wrapper. If you can see, it's called a Barbara pole. Let's open that up. So you can see it's got a Corojo and a Mexican San Andres. So it's got two different levels of sweetness and spices and earthy notes combined just in the wrapper.
Yeah.
That mingled with what we blended in there is, I think, a very dynamic result. And that makes it a proper pairing for a lot of things. I think it's very ideal for the beer.
This beer. What'd you go get some like Corona Light, some kind of garbage
I don't
beer?
know. It's something that fell off the truck. Doesn't look that impressive.
What?
Boom.
It's just...
A Modern Rogue branded Skull Crusher beer? What? Are you kidding me?
You're gonna have to explain this to me. That looks really cool.
Yep.
What the hell's going on?
We're looking at a product from our friends at the Tank Brewery in Miami, and I told them, hey man, I am looking for a really cool beer to pair with a cigar with our friends, and we want to develop something for the Modern Rogue because we're thinking about creating a cigar.
Okay.
So,
How did you explain what it should taste like?
well, the thing is, Stefano comes from a cigar background. He understood that this was one of the most neutral beers to pair.
Yeah.
The Mexican lager style beer is very neutral, as it hides a lot of potential acidity, bitterness, and sweetness. It's it's derived from the macro brewery practice in Mexico that created the easy drinkable beer that was the Modelos and the Coronas, just easy going. They don't taste like
You
much.
guys
but they
approach
have-
this beer as like a springboard for pairing a whole bunch of other things with it and having a nice experience come out the other end.
Correct.
Cool.
That is very accurate.
Was that not accurate?
Very accurate.
All I know is that this beer looks like a gentleman, a warrior, and a scoundrel all in one.
That is correct.
You did it.
I did it.
Amazing.
Given that we have an easy drinkable beer, does that mean that the cigar to pair with it is something spicy, robust, or difficult, or?
Well, what the cigar is going to be in this pairing is a lot more dominant. we wanted a beer that wasn't going to overwhelm the palate.
Because you're afraid of how awesome this beer is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Correct.
no, that tracks.
I think we should go ahead and light this.
Yeah.
Important question, which do you do first, the beer or the cigar?
I would take a sip of the beer and then light it up.
Beer me, Brushwood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm assuming the pairing methods from whiskey track into other, drinks and spirits as well. So
Enlighten me.
You can either do something complementary, or you can do something that contrasts, or you can do something that's just a nice accent.
Correct.
Take a sip. You're suddenly like in the middle of Cozumel. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's super good.
Right?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Very nice.
Nice little swell in the body.
This is a very smooth cigar. Where did this cigar come from?
This cigar comes from the Dominican Republic. Our friends at Tobac de la Isla made it. It took a while to get it out because I wanted it to be perfect. This is one of the cigars that I've taken the most attention to detail in terms of making sure it was ready to go. No volatility, no sharp flavors, just a lot of complexity, a lot of dynamism. Just make sure that it was a very friendly cigar to pair with a lot of things.
So how do you know when something is paired correctly? Because
It tastes good.
Well, yes, they both taste good. That's it? Okay, all right.
Honestly,
That's it.
at the end of the day, if you get too caught up in the rules and the techniques and the best practices, you're kind of missing the point.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying to enjoy yourself, and to the extent that you can find a nice combination that you like, great, you're done.
So in terms of categories, the type of beer we're drinking, everybody at home, I guess, think of like a Dos Equis Amber or a fully dressed lager or something like that.
A beer like this is very easy, very enjoyable. You want it cold, it's refreshing, and then it sounds like what I hear you saying is all of the flavor journey, the complexity, the layers, the nuance, just kind of how it unfolds from moment to moment. That's going to be driven in large part by the cigar.
Correct.
And you bring this as kind of like, a balance on the other end of this, because if you only deep dive into that complexity, then you can start to become numb to it.
Yes.
But whenever you go back to a beer that's just nice and refreshing, and all of a sudden the complexity of the cigar becomes more apparent, because you don't become flavor blind is the term that we use a lot in whiskey.
Yes.
Where you keep going back and it's an incredibly nuanced, complex, multi-layered palate, but you've just become so acclimated to those flavors you can't find those layers anymore. But something like this, a pairing, is going to reset that palate to a certain extent.
Yeah, that palate numbing for sure.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Things I like. Fairly mild.
I would say mild, but not boring, right? It's not a struggle. It's not punchy, it's not bitey, it's not
fighting with you.
It's not,
Yep.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, but it's, not tossing you around the room.
A lot of gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very accurate. I think the cool thing is we've only smoked, half an inch. While we smoke through this cigar, it's going to get more interesting. It's the mineral flavors are going to pop up a little more, and the beer is just going to be a refresher to your palate.
Is it good? I would say yes, 100%. We have a mild, easy beer and a mild, easy cigar. Assuming you can't get your hands on Skull Crusher or this specific brand, just in general, a mild Mexican beer and a mild, what style of cigar would this be?
This is a barber pole because of the wrapper, but it's just a regular Toro cigar.
Perfect. All right, Alex, you're 1 for 1 so far. What else do you have for us?
Well, we have a couple of things. I think we can move on to a cigar that was actually blended to be paired with a particular tequila.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Rex, if you're so kind to pass me that beautiful tequila.
Ooh, that's
right behind. This is a Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familia Reposado. There are 3 lines. There's the Platinum, got this Repo, and you've got the Extra Añejo. The cigar that we're going to pair today is a purely Mexican cigar, rolled, blended, and created in Mexico, actually produced in Veracruz. And it just recently released last year, and I was just visiting the good friends at Casa 1910, so I brought over a box to pair with a cigar that was the orange one, please. Thank you,
Oh,
Rex.
the one that says 1910?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be great. Beautiful box, and here we have it. Are you ready for this?
This was designed to go along with this. Okay.
It's a beautiful cigar, and as a big fan of tequila and mezcal, he wanted to create a cigar that was very symbolic of Mexico, and we are going to pair it now.
Nice.
Done.
I am very out of my element whenever it comes to tequila. I know agave is involved,
Yes.
Yeah.
and beyond that, it tastes good.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I've paired tequila and cigars.
There
Tequila.
is-
Go ahead.
One thing, no matter who the expert is, that we have heard again and again and again, which is if you're out of your element, don't be shy about just asking, what do you think would go well with this? And
Yeah.
everybody's happy to share.
My experiences have mostly happened in shot glasses. Is that what we're doing?
Well, luckily for you.
There we go.
I like that. So
I'm getting notes of tobacco.
I'm getting notes of betrayal, of a standoff.
No, it is, for me, there's like a woody quality, and there's also like a mushroom type of element in there. Like a button mushroom, the way it tastes, I'm kind of getting that smell.
very
Call
well.
that El Guapo.
Yeah.
The mushroom hint, the mushroom flavor could very well, and you could probably know this, could derive from that musky wood, that like light oak, not too intense. It's just barely there.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that.
Nice.
This definitely is a fairly mild cigar. The tiger that we smoked, you realize that it did get bold throughout the smoke, but this one is definitely much more friendly in terms of strength. I guess you'll see why these two are complementing. So guys,
Rex, do you have a toast that you like?
fine.
A toast that I like.
Yeah,
You want me to plug my own toast?
that
Here's
was.
to fighting, stealing, and drinking, gentlemen.
I love it.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend. If you steal, may you steal your lover's heart. And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Cheers. Oh,
Yeah, it's a shot glass. You're obligated to. Ooh, peppery. Wow, black pepper. Crushed black pepper.
I thought.
Ooh.
I thought.
You got this?
Disclaimer: this is not the way that you pair it.
Just
This is the way that you have fun.
Hey, Brian.
You.
Hey, let's talk, Brian. Nope. No, I have questions for you. Brian, I think it's very important that you weigh in on what's happening.
Yes.
What notes are you getting?
I'm betrayal.
I feel so famous that I'm infamous.
I think I need a little bit more, quite frankly.
Is infamous?
Really? Oh dear.
Oh, it's interesting. Having smoked the cigar initially, the finish on the tequila, I'm so acclimated to the flavors that are in here that the finish isn't there. I get this big swell of flavor on the front end, but I'm living with the cigar on the back end. Of course, I did shoot it. I didn't really
I was
nurse
about
it.
to say, you
nurse it
didn't-
like you're supposed to.
Sure.
Oh, now there's like, go ahead.
No, I made a mistake by actually shooting that. I shouldn't have done that. I admit that I've done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of my statement.
Going back to, because
I have nothing more to add.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Yeah.
I was a little suspicious
Yeah.
of tequila and cigar pairing for no other reason than I've never done it before.
Okay.
But going back to even just the nose of the tequila after having the cigar and then a bit of the tequila in there so I get the retronasal action going on, there's so much more complexity on this nose now. I'm nosing out of a shot glass. It's kind of silly, but that is like a honey and a eucalyptus along with that
Yes.
cracked black pepper.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
The cracked black pepper is very occurring when you drink it fast. When you drink it slow, you do get a lot more sweetness, that honey. There's notes of wood. I think the most complementing notes are wood. That's where the crossover is. There's a lot of wood here. There's a lot of wood here. It's more of like.
I mean, my only problem,
I think maybe
yeah,
one more.
put a pin in that. I gotta tell you, I would have figured that this is a fine tequila that is fairly mild, a fine Mexican style beer that is fairly mild, 2 cigars that are fairly mild. I had suspected that there would be like one, one's the heavy hitter and the other one takes it easy, but I guess don't break it if it's not broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have been drinking.
Yes.
Well, that was a good episode. I'm glad we're all done.
Brian, I see a lot of work ahead of us here.
I do.
I'm sorry, what?
I think these guys, they don't have anywhere to go, right? They just want
We drank a beer with it. We did a shot on it. What else is there to do?
Well, only, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whiskeys?
Okay.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to give a little bit of background on the whiskeys that I recognize.
Okay.
And then we can choose which one sounds the most interesting to pair with the cigar.
Yes, I like that.
So first of all, what are you thinking, Brian?
I mean, I'm thinking I want to know what cigar is going to go best with it.
I think we need to try all of them.
I think so too.
I think that it's getting late on a
What are you
Thursday.
talking about?
Meanwhile, this cigar is getting
Okay.
pretty good.
So we got some Glencairns here. Do we want to, this is your guys' whiskey. What we can do is we can pour these, you nose them, and if you want to move on, you just, put it in my glass and I'll take it home.
Wait,
All right, do you want me to pick out the whiskey for you?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Yes.
pick the whiskey, you pick the cigar.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay, so you're familiar with the Oban. This
Yes,
is a
I am.
beautiful whiskey. Let's land right there. Let's show Brian what it's all about.
Let's do it. If you can be so
Oh, yeah.
kind to pass me those 3 boxes, actually, and I can give you a quick little rundown on each cigar. I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Since this cigar is so short, so small, we can go ahead and light it up real quick. This is Lido Gomez and Tony Gomez's most smoked cigar,
I think we go doubles, though.
and we go doubles, right?
I think we go doubles.
So
I'll go singles, but I'll go triples.
I invite you here
Wait,
to
this
be...
is my house.
What? What are you talking about?
So I say we try this with something that's not going to be our protagonistic
Yeah.
poison
Yep.
right now. So I think we go with the more, or we.
You know what? I want to
This
put
guy
you-
right here.
I want you.
Yes.
I want you to experience the Redbreast 12.
Let's do it.
All right, this all accelerated so much faster than I dared fear. And yet, here we are.
I'm glad I brought you, Brian. Oh yeah. You wanna?
That's fine. Oh dear.
There you go.
Okay.
Rogue responsibly. Okay. On the nose. What are you finding on this?
Fire?
Are you? Oh. All right. How about you, reasonable person with a good palate?
Yep.
Toffee,
Uh-huh.
a hint like a herbal, almost like a rose
Hey,
petal.
yeah, I could do this as good as the next guy. Here we go.
Yep.
Tetris.
Hold on, let me find it.
The Queen's Gambit.
Now that you mention it.
A little bit of After Dark toaster screensaver.
Yes.
Why is that weirdly on the nose?
Prince of Persia. I got it.
So are you finding that big, rich vanilla note?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that.
And then you got like
But like a
about to
cherry
get
vanilla.
there.
But like a cherry vanilla.
Okay,
Right.
all right, hold on, hold on.
Light, fresh honey.
Yep. Wait. There it is. It is the smell of Ben & Jerry's selling out to Unilever Corporation. All of it in there.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
It's 80 proof Irish whiskey. How is that a struggle?
Oh, it's buttery because
80
it's hitting me
proof
right
Irish.
on the side. The cherry vanilla
Because
just like
you have estimated
exploded in my mouth right
cigar.
now.
It's a
I usually
different
like
approach,
cigars
it's a different
that
angle
gradually
on
go
the
up and
spirit
then
in your
finish
glass.
that way.
Y'all are
Some people
weird.
Like up to
You want to
down.
go on a
I
funk
like to use the
adventure
level
cigar
of
and
the
then a
amount
bit of the
of change.
feeling there, so
Doesn't
the
matter if
different
it
nasal
stays
action. So
like
much
that
more
directly.
directly similar.
Third, I think the more smells a lot of wood beers are a little bit more across.
Well, Brian, you gonna make it?
It's like a
Cory, you and I swore a blood oath. I'm calling it.
Really?
Yes.
It's actually
At any
calling it,
given
Cullah.
moment, Cory can tap in for
Okay.
me.
This was his plan all along, Brian.
I need a mic though.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the episode where we finally defeat the Schwood?
Yep.
Did that happen? We did it. It's happened out.
Taking a break.
I'm gonna get a little. We're gonna hear you heave in the woods.
Taking a break. There you go.
oh boy,
Good.
it's so great.
Unilever is great.
Cory, smoke cigars?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, let's go. You're gonna have a feast with this.
So we have Redbreast, right?
This is the Redbreast. This is out of Middleton in
Yeah.
Cork, Ireland. Same distillery that does Jameson. But Jameson is going to be a little bit more of their entry-level whiskey. This is the pot still Irish. 50% unmalted and 50% unmalted, or unmalted words. Doesn't matter. There's barley in there. Some of it's malted, some of it's not.
That actually pairs really nicely.
It pairs so good, and it's crazy because this cigar, however small it is, it's a tiny little.
This is the punchiest thing that I've gotten today.
It's very punchy.
Yeah.
It's not strong. It's marketed as a full-bodied cigar,
Yeah.
and it was being started to market when calling a cigar full-bodied was strictly relating to strength. I've never believed this is a full-bodied cigar. I would say it's like an 8 out of 10, but it's very punchy. Like whatever flavor it has, it's like boom,
Yeah,
right in
it
the
shows
face.
up. I don't know why that was the case, but just based on nothing than the physical appearance, I think this is going to be a light, little dainty thing.
Yeah, no.
Now, I think what we have in front of us right now, this, for me at least, is a perfect example of a contrasting
Yes.
pairing. You got the
Absolutely.
punchiness
Yes.
of this, and then the light
Sweet.
sweetness. Yeah. Very different, but they work.
Yeah.
They work.
You know what I'm getting a little bit in the involvement of like the second or third drink? It's like an undertone of snickerdoodle, but like in a wafer format.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
You get it? It's like a wafery kind of. It's trying to be snickerdoodle, but it's probably like the toffee that you're
Yeah.
getting in the nose. And
A lot of people will describe Redbreast as like a shortbread.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you'll notice, like, we stumbled upon a really nice contrasting pairing here, but it wasn't like brilliance that just sparked in one of our minds. It's like, a moment of inspiration. Let me show you this perfect thing. It's exploration.
You know what the crazy thing is? We tried the beer,
Yeah.
and the cigar was dominant over the beer. And we tried the tequila, which was made to be enhancing with that cigar.
Very
with the Casa
complimentary.
19, very complimentary.
Yeah.
And this is the third completely different angle that we try, is contrasting.
Yeah.
So we've got three completely different pairings.
Yeah, and they're really nice. And the main takeaway is, at least when people get into whiskey, they want to like overthink it, and they think there's like a proper way, and if they're doing it this way, then it's a travesty and it's a sin against all of whiskeydom.
Yeah.
Man, just relax. The main point is to enjoy yourself. And in our community, the best whiskey is the whiskey you like to drink the way you like to drink it. That goes to pairings too. This is a process to see what you personally like. There's not a one true pairing that everybody agrees is the best.
If you drink good cigars, if you drink good whiskey, if you drink good tequila, you're not gonna be decent.
Can I smoke this cigar too?
Yeah. If you smoke good cigars, if you drink good whiskey, if you drink good tequila, you're not gonna be disappointed. You're gonna have a good experience.
Let's smoke and drink good stuff while Brian pukes in the bushes.
Right? All right, Rex, where can we find more of your stuff?
Whiskey Tribe is a thing that's somewhere.
All right. I like it. Alex, what about you? Where can we find more about you?
You can find a lot of what we have in here in mycigarpack.com, where we have a really cool subscription service, and cigaryard.com, where we sell all these cigars in singles and boxes and whatnot. And as always, I encourage you to support your local tobacconist when you try whatever you try from My Cigar Pack. If not, Cigar Yard has got you covered.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. What are we trying next?
We got some work to do.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
And
Absolutely.
we got to try that Garrison, too.
Well, no, we're not going anywhere.
All right.
Rule 1, love iced tea. Rule 2 is all about me. Rule 3, go to buyraycon.com/row, get 15% off, support the show because you got flow. I'm not ripping off a rap I heard from my favorite podcast that I'm listening while I'm asleep because the Raycons are so comfortable. They're amazing, see? Freestyling, it's easy. Anyone can do it if you decide not to rhyme. Get those comfy gel tips right up in your ear holes. I like people. We're talking 8 hours of playing time. That's long enough. Anybody can go along with that. We're talking 32 hours of battery life. Comfortable enough you can sleep during the day. And half the price of those other premium audio brands, so you don't have to worry if you sleep on them. Anyway, I'm a wizard. My name's Dr. Ken. BuyRaycon.com/rogue. Get 15% off. 50,000 5-star reviews. I hate sheep. Let me count customizable sound profiles that Raycons have. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's deep, rich bass. Is one of the kids crying? I don't know, I can't hear it because of the noise isolating Raycons that are comfortable that I sleep in. Okay. Sweetie, I just had the worst nightmare. Thought I was wearing one of those chump earbuds. The uncomfortable one. It's fine. The chances of anything coming.
Modern Rogue is supported in part by viewers like you at patreon.com/modernrogue. In the description, you can find all of our credits and additional ways to support the show.
And I think we need a scoring system
Yep.
to keep track of what we like.
Okay.
And I think the scoring system should be based on probably the gold standard of all pairings.
Yep.
Two very different things coming together to create one moment of pure glory.
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Cake forts.